Okay, how many times have you gone to make dinner and your lettuce is wilted or your avocado is too hard for that guacamole? Home cook Julie Neville, I'm sure, has experienced that a few times and is here with her top kitchen hacks. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
Okay, first, I have to ask you about Diego Chara because, you know, your husband is the coach of the Timbers, Phil Neville. So are you guys excited for him?
He deserves it more than anyone. You know, he's the ultimate professional. I think every season people think will be his last, and every season he gets better and better. So he's an example to everybody else in that team.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, that'll be fun for him. Okay, you brought a lot. Let's get right to it.
Yeah, we've got a lot to get through, so let's start. So we're going to start with bread.
Okay.
So you want to make a sandwich or you've got a loaf and it's kind of past its best. No need to throw it away. If you have a loaf like this, run it under the tap, place it in the oven and leave it for around 10 minutes on a fairly low heat. And what happens is the steam rehydrates the bread and it's like you baked it today.
Okay.
So that would salvage it. If you've got just slices of bread you want to make a sandwich, spray with water like this, cover with kitchen paper, put in the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds, perfect soft bread to make a sandwich.
Oh, that's good to know. I've heard the full loaf trick, but not with the slices. So.
You can do exactly the same thing.
Okay.
It works the same way, it just rehydrates the bread.
Cool.
So we've got some really sad looking lettuce here. In 15 minutes, which we don't have, but you're going to believe me, it will be perfect. So take your wilted lettuce leaves and you want to submerge it into icy cold water. And then you want to make sure it's totally covered in the ice. And you can leave it in there for around 10 to 15 minutes, pat it dry with kitchen paper, and the cells will have rehydrated and it will be like a perfect fresh salad.
Okay.
Seriously, no need to throw away wilted lettuce leaves.
Okay.
Okay, this happens to me all the time and I hate it. You go to make a recipe, it needs brown sugar. Brown sugar hardens really quickly once you've opened it. What you need to do, put a slice of bread in. You can also use an apple slice. Leave it overnight, put the lid on, leave it overnight, and tomorrow it will be perfect to use. It will be soft, easy for the recipe again.
So also just that moisture.
The moisture again softens the sugar, takes it back to how it was when you first opened it.
Okay.
Okay, very quick tip. You want to get twice the juice out of a lemon. You put it in the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds, give it a roll, and it's proven to give double the juice if you need juice for a recipe.
Okay, so before you cut it.
Before you cut it. Definitely before you cut it.
Okay.
Okay. You've got an avocado, you want to use it. If you have overnight, if it's not ripe, you have overnight. So what you want to do is put it in a paper bag with a banana, and in the morning, it will be perfectly ripe to use.
Okay.
So that's if you have overnight. If your daughter, like mine, regularly wants guacamole or avocado on toast, and they're not ripe, if you've got 10 to 15 minutes, wrap it in foil, place it in the oven on a low temperature, 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll have a perfect soft avocado.
Okay. I was going to say, a lot of these do require a little planning. I mean, not more than overnight, but usually that's what gets me into these pickles in the first place, is that I have not planned.
Yeah.
But
so you need at least 10 to 15 minutes for this one.
Okay.
Okay. You're cooking, you've had a slight disaster, you've oversalted. This is a pea soup. We've oversalted this soup. Don't despair, you don't need to throw it away. Oversalted food, splash of lemon or a splash of vinegar will really bring it back to life, will really balance it out. You can also put something like avocado in, that would also help.
Okay.
This one's overspiced. So what you want to do is do something cooling, calming, coconut milk, sour cream, or you can actually neutralize the spice with something like a honey, a sugar, a type of sugar.
Okay.
That works really, really well. So no disaster, just neutralize it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm used to this one because I don't like spicy food, so I'm usually adding sour cream to my own thing. Yes, but I didn't know about the honey, so I'll have to try that one.
Yes, that's a really good tip. Bananas, they go ripe, or I don't like ripe bananas. I like mine kind of on the green side. So I do this all the time. So bananas release something called ethylene gas, and that's what determines how fast they ripen.
Okay.
If you stop the release of that, so if you've got foil, or you can use like plastic wrap or anything at all, and just cover the end of the bananas, it slows down the release of the gas. They will last twice as long. Honestly, it's the best tip ever.
And you only need to wrap the top
Just
part.
the very tip. That's where they release the gas.
That's great. That's a good
tip.
one, because I'm with you. I like a more firm banana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Avocados, we love them. They don't last long once you slice them. So if you're just slicing it to put in a salad or a sandwich and you just don't want it to go brown in a short period of time, squeeze lemon juice on it beforehand and that will stop that. If you're slicing an avocado and you only need half, my tip would be use the half without the seed. It ripens slowly when the seed's left in it, and then put it in a tub with a slice of onion, and you can store it in the fridge like that, and that will stop it going brown. That's a really good tip.
Gives it a little oniony scent, but if you're using it in a Mexican dish, that's probably not a big deal.
If you don't mind the onion scent.
Yeah.
Very quickly, if you've got a block of cheese and you've not used it all, don't wrap it in plastic wrap.
Okay.
So cheese needs to breathe. So the best thing you can do is wrap it in parchment paper like this, and then wrap it in foil. And if you do that, your cheese will stay fresh and last longer, but just don't put it in plastic wrap.
Or a Ziploc bag, probably.
Yes. Very quickly, onions and potatoes, how to store them to make them last longer. Store them separately. They spoil each other. So the best thing to do is put them in brown paper bags, but separately, in a cool, dark place, not in the fridge.
Okay.
Yep. And then finally, berries. We love berries. It's a lovely time of year, summer. We all want our fresh fruits, but they can get moldy really quickly. So the key to stopping that is 1 part vinegar to 3 parts water. So you want to cover them, give them a good kind of rinse in this, so like 5 minutes in this, drain them, pat them dry on kitchen paper, and then store them in the fridge. And what this does is it stops the mold spores from spreading.
I love that.
From the very beginning, so then they'll last a lot longer in your fridge.
So many tips. I'm glad we got them all in.
No, we were
How
good
can
today.
people follow you on social media to get more tips?
Okay, so it's Add the Love.
There it
Very
is, right on
simple.
your screen. Thank you, Julie. Great to see you.
Thanks so much.